USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonic's money transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonic's money transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can...
Counsel, before you engage the witness, if you can just remind us all that we are still dealing with institutional hearings and the context in which that is in our work plan. Just briefly, as a reminder for the public, and then you start with the witness.
Certainly, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much. We're still on the institutional hearings of the NIA, the institutional hearings of the TRRC, focusing specifically at this moment on the NIA. For those who've been keenly following the proceedings, you would have noticed that we were trying to show revelations that arose from those NIA engagements. In particular, we've tried to show that the NIA was pretty much used as the center for torture in this country by the Jammeh regime. We have also showed that there's been some form of a system that was put in place comprising of various institutions and elements of the state, wherein torture was organized and perpetrated within the NIA premises against Gambians, both serving members of our security forces as well as civilians. That's been the main essence of what we've had so far. We've also dealt with a little bit about the fabrication of evidence that was taking place at the NIA. So it was like anybody to be eliminated sort of from the system. The NIA would have been the place where evidence was fabricated against that person to be able to to put that person away, either by way of imprisonment or to remove the person from one's job. That's what we were trying to do all these past weeks, and I believe that we would continue that into the new year. In the meantime, we have tried to dovetail into this institutional hearing other topics that otherwise we would have had to do separately, but we dovetail them into the NIA hearing simply because the violations that took place, that occurred within those themes occurred at the NIA itself. So there is that connection, the NIA involvement in those other issues. Say, for instance, the April 14th demonstration. That itself is a theme that we need to look into, but the rights violations, or most of the right violations emanating from that theme, took place at the NIA with the involvement of NIA officers. So it made sense to really combine these hearings. We've done so with regards to other themes that have a direct relationship with the NIA, either as an institution or NIA personnel. Hopefully, by early next year, we would start doing the hearings of the persons adversely mentioned within the NIA, just to give them the opportunity to respond to the allegations that have been made against them. And hopefully that would be the grand finale for the institutional hearing concerning the NIA. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that reminder, Council. We may now proceed.
I, retired General Momodou Alieu.
I, retired General Momodou Alieu.
Do swear that.
Do swear that.
I'll speak the truth.
I speak the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Good morning, General.
Good morning, Council.
Welcome to the TRRC.
Thank you.
It seems this whole week is dedicated to the generals. You are called today to testify about one discrete issue. That is the involvement of General Langtombong Tamba in the 2006 coup d'etat, whether he was involved or not involved, and your release from prison in 2009, we would want to know why, and your subsequent involvement in Langtombong's trial, which led to his conviction for involvement in the 2006 coup d'etat. You have sworn an oath to speak the truth. It is a criminal offense under the laws of this country to lie on the oath. It is also an offense to lie or provide false information to the TRRC. So we want you to speak the truth about what you know, with the full knowledge that the evidence you're going to give concerns the reputation of another individual. It doesn't matter who the person is. Once it affects the reputation of another person, it is important that one gets it right. that one is absolutely truthful. For the audience watching these proceedings at home or listening to it in the radio, we are carrying out this exercise in order to show the culture that prevailed in the Gambian National Army, of wherein they would try to implicate one another in wrongdoing, either fraudulently or by way of revenge, and that has led to the elimination of a lot of officers on whom this country has spent a great deal of money to train. That is an absolute waste, and the Commission is going into this exercise to try to address those rights violations, but also to help end this cycle of falsely incriminating one another. This is not to say, General, that what you have to say or what you may say is false. That is not my position. I just say this in order to give an introduction to the topic so that the people would understand exactly why this hearing today. So, General, we expect that you would be very honest and truthful in your testimony, like we expect everybody else to be honest and truthful in their testimonies. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you, Council.
General, we have adopted this system of allowing for interpretation in the local languages. Which local language would you prefer that we interpret your testimony in?
Mandinka will do.
Could we have that interpretation, please? All right. So we may start, General. What are your full names?
My names are Momodou Alieu.
Momodou Alieu.
Date and place of birth?
September 10th, 1973 at Lamen.
September 1973. Lamen Sato.
Briefly tell us about your educational and professional career. Just briefly, General.
Okay. I attended St. Peter's Primary School.
St. Peter's Primary
Then to St. Peter's High School.
St. Peter's High School,
After my O-levels, I taught for 1 year at St. Edward Secondary School at Biam.
St. Edward's
Came back, then I pursue a computer programming course at Institute Lab for me. Informatic.
Computer
Institute Lab for me Informatic Gambia Limited.
Institute Lab Informatic Gambia Limited na computer karanke.
And then during that period I was attached to the Continent Bank.
Tembo nalu ko lakin the Continent Bank la bundale la Continent Bank la bundale be Gambia jang.
I also worked with the Continent Bank briefly. Then from there, I joined the Armed Forces of the Gambia in May 1996.
No, what is rundu ko ke Continent Bank bari between May karo ko 1996 nata dum sojaria do ko to.
I went to the basic military training.
Na sojaria dundal karamo ke.
After passing out, I was posted to the Gambian Forces Finance Department as an accounts clerk.
Birman karanga bang yen samba Gambia sojar bundala nafulu bundala nketa controller doku lati je kafume accounts clerk.
But that was as a private soldier.
Rutuno na makamu man rank sort of kafume private soldier mdawolton.
Then in April 1997,
April 1997,
I went for the CSB. That's the Officer Credit Selection Board.
Ntata CSB la menketa eka officer lu tombol damento puruke dumi officer ya karaminto.
And I passed the exams.
Na londi kontibo kema gagné.
And I was promoted to Officer Cadet.
Then
I think in 1998, I was sent on a course to Turkey. I came back in June 2000. Then I was posted to Fajara Barracks as a platoon commander. And the same time as the IT officer of the Gambian forces.
Information technology
I used to train all those soldiers and officers of the Gambian forces who were identified for overseas missions.
Ntelefonanka o sojero jama karandi men yalon ko nyala tombo pour kata do ko la Gambia banko e bantala
Training in what?
Kata karam la Gambia banko e ke karandi IT lela.
And then in I think in 2004 I was sent on a peacekeeping mission to Ethiopia.
2004 Ethiopia banko kan.
I came back in February of 2005.
Nata February karo kono
One finance.
SO1 finance.
What is SO1?
SO1 D.
So when staff officer 1.
Staff finance. Officer 1.
That was where I was until March 2006.
No, for March karo kono 2006.
When I had this problem.
Got
arrested, and taken to mile 2.
Mile 2.
Eventually, taken to court. Convicted. And sentenced to 25 years in jail.
And what were the charges against you?
Concealment of treason.
And what was the evidence against you?
Counsel, there was no evidence against me.
General, you were taken to the NIA for investigations before the panel.
Yes, Counsel.
Counsel.
When you went there, did you give a statement?
Yes, Counsel.
Counsel.
And what did you say to the NIA?
When I told him that I have no idea about the coup. That it was on that fateful 21st of March. Almost closing time. Former CDS Ndur Cham invited me to his office and told me about his intention of wanting to overthrow the regime of Yaya Jammeh. And that he will want me to take part. I told him, I cannot do that, and I'm not interested. Then he said to me, okay, I'm going for a exotic council meeting. But you can go and see my MA, Bunjadabo. So that was how I left his office. I went to Bunja's office. Then when I was there, Bunja called Jah, Captain Abdukarim Jah then. Captain Abdukarim Jah Jah came. Then when he came, Bunja informed us about the the same coup. And so we left. Once I was going out, I met the orderly to Langton Tambala, Murujata. Murujata.
At the time, what position did Langton Bong hold?
He was the deputy CDS. So I asked him, where is your boss? He said he's in. Then I went in. I told him that CDS just informed me that he want to overthrow the government of Yajame today. Are you aware?
Between CBS for your call, after Yajama Mansakunda Bundila Bifang, for Butakalama.
He looked at me in the eyes and told me, look, shut your mouth.
That
was how I left his office.
You and Langton, who was senior in rank, I know the answer is obvious, but I have a reason for asking.
Itani Langton makamo la karola jumala makamo be jumaka ngala ni jabiro ni bekela ate
jabiro bekela mente dalila ya sabulo ni ninkaroke.
When at that time or now?
At that time.
At that time it was him.
What was his rank?
He was I think he was a colonel. And I was a lieutenant.
You are a
lieutenant, a lieutenant.
Yes. Major, lieutenant colonel, between, so basically 4 ranks. An oath. You know that what you are saying has significant reputational implications. Also, speak the truth. Whatever I'm saying here is nothing but the truth. I fear nobody except Allah. Whatsoever who Eme buys, I don't play with truth. I tell you the truth, no matter who you are. What did you understand? Let me take it a step backwards. You have made a commitment to speak the truth. Did you office? No, on that. You see, I'm not going to sit here only and tell you this and this. Do you have any evidence to back what you have just said? Yes, I have. Now, I will refer you to a telephone conversation. If you can get those printouts. My mobile number then. 991 4959.
4959.
No. Langtombong's office number.
Langtombong office number.
4225.
4225.
775.
775.
Langtombong asked his orderly to call me around 1 o'clock at night.
Langtombong kala orderly yang kumandi talang kiling wato suto.
Where I was already in bed. When the orderly called me,
being orderly yang kumandi,
I received the phone.
Na telephone wata.
He said to me, hold on for my boss.
I
took the phone.
Na telephone wata.
He said, what you said is true. But let's handle this.
No. What you said is true.
Thank you.
Proceed.
Okay. He said, but we have started, arresting the, some of the, suspects. I said, okay, I told you.
So your argument is that if we look at the call records of 22nd March 2006, we would be able to see a call emanating from this number 4225775
the call jelala me aron ko abota ko nyim number do ay même foten
to mobile number 9914959.
kata nyim mobile number ya ay nyim même fanam foten sa
Exactly.
And this call would have come at around what time in the morning?
Number ni call nyim anata nyim mobile number kan sunto wati jo wara do so manda wati jumalla.
It should be around 1 a.m.
Okay.
And furthermore,
just a moment, we will come to that. In the morning, or when you spoke to Langtombong, as you claim, and he told you to keep your mouth shut, that's what you said?
Yes.
Did he really tell you that?
Those were his exact words.
What did you understand him to mean?
For me, I thought. I thought maybe he didn't take me seriously. Or he saw me too junior to talk to him. That's my feeling then.
I did not ask for your feeling.
I
did not say your feeling. My question is, what did you understand him to mean? Keep your mouth shut. What was he telling you? What did you understand him to mean?
To me, it was like, mind your business. That's it.
From that answer, what was your view as to his position with regards to this so-called coup that was being talked about?
No, frankly speaking, I never, suspected him. And I never had any, any feeling feeling against him at the time. That was how I left,
The question is, when he told you to keep your mouth shut, did you have any suspicions that he may have been involved?
No.
Exactly. So you had no such.
No.
So you've now pointed out just one evidence showing that you had this conversation with Langtombo. And this evidence, that is the call records, that is yet to be verified. Go ahead.
And further, when I arrived home that evening, I called Babukar Jata.
Babukar Jata fanam kumandi.
Mr. Chair, perhaps maybe I'll ask that you grant an order for Gamtel to look into their records and provide the call records of telephone number 9914959 and also the call records of 4225775 for the 22nd March 2006 for Gamtel to provide it if it is possible. So we would ask that you grant such an order.
Let them appropriate council. Let's proceed accordingly, either in writing, prepare something and outside, we send the order to Gamtel.
That's right. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The order would be drafted and we would send it to you to sign.
Splendid.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just permit me to just write the telephone numbers and send it to the office and get one of the lawyers to draft the order. Mr. Witness, just to note, these call records would only show that a call was made at a particular time. But it does not show the contents of the call. I just want to flag that. So that evening when you went home, you placed a call to who?
Colonel Babukar Jata.
Colonel Babukar Jata le kumandi.
Which terminal did you use to call him? Which device?
Mobile Juma, number on my phone.
Your mobile phone?
Yes, sir.
No mobile phone.
Do you recall Babukar Jata's number at the time? It's surprising you're able to remember a 2006 number or 2006 numbers.
That was my own line, so I remember, but I can't remember Babukar's number now.
And when we receive the call records, we will check the details, the numbers you have called,
exactly,
and try to verify whether Babukar Jata's number is on it.
Exactly.
And we would ask Gamtel to provide the telephone number that was registered to Babukar Jata's name at the time, considering that he held what position?
I think He was the interior minister then, I think.
Kanindro fanankera gantel bulle ko Babukar Jata ya jubenye Babukar Jata wato la nimero juma ke mun fa menna me yaran ko ayata yo register tela to yala je wato la andun hanin kabe sedo Babukar Jata la palaso yalo ne ba wato mun palace le babulu ba
atelam interior minister no ngamira wotumo.
And what did you tell him?
yo mun faye
I told him what Ndurucham told me.
Namen faye wala Ndurucham kuma kala mum fanye no kuma kan kilmu le faye.
You know, he said he is already aware.
Ay ni fanye ko atababorin ko kala male.
And that you know, he is in touch with Serigne Modou Ndiaye.
Allah yi fanye ko alin Serigne Modou Ndiaye be ñomoy kanne.
And what position did Serigne Modou Ndiaye hold?
Serigne Modou Ndiaye wato la mun palace le babulu.
Then I think he was with the state guards.
Serigne Modou ngamira wotambo abe state guards le kono.
What happened afterwards?
Then you know, I was at home until the early morning of 3-4.
Mbadya kambaya kata hanfo sonanda juno la talan saba kata talan nani kan.
So 3 to 4 hours after the call by Langtombong, you mentioned.
Montro wati saba fonda montro wati nani kola kabri yambu Langtombong call kono yafukumandi yafanyame.
Ha.
Then there was a knock on our main gate.
Tumulom yen na korda bunda ba konkong.
And my dad alerted me that I should go and see, you know, who is at the gate.
Mfama yen kumandi ka fanya nata jube jumale be korda dato.
When I opened the gate,
Luna korda daele.
I saw some soldiers.
No soldier uluje.
Fully armed.
Beni jora ulu.
They said, you know, they were there to arrest me.
Iko inatantele muta.
Then I asked them under whose order
And
what has happened. They said no, you know, they've been sent to come for me. I said, okay, then allow me to, you know, get in and dress up. Then one of them escorted me inside. I dressed up, came out with, I mean with them. And they drove straight to mile 2. Where, you know, I was received by prison officers. I was asked to remove my belongings on me, like my belts, my finger rings, my watch, my shoes, everything. And I was then escorted to short wing number 5. Security wing and locked in a one-man cell.
How did you feel at this time?
I was surprised, you know, and worried.
Why were you surprised?
Because you know, I don't know, you know, what, you know, has gone wrong. I don't know, you know, what I did.
Would you know subsequently?
Yes. Yes.
Tell us how.
After 3 days, mile 2, I was removed from mile 2 to NIA. Then I was taken to, you know, a hall upstairs. Where I met a panel already seated. In that panel, I met, you know, Langton Tamba himself seated. On my right. And on his left was Usman Sonko.
Atemara Karola Usman Sonko besilinje.
And Haidara was directly opposite me.
Haidara betilindi ntela ntakuona betilindi nyola.
And other panel members were in.
Who
took you to the NIA?
We are soldiers.
Dressed in what type of uniform?
We are camouflage. Our normal military uniforms.
Camouflage uniform by kalan soldier
Did you see any soldiers dressed in the junglers uniform?
No.
Honey?
You did not. Did they carry any arms?
Yes.
Ha!
And I was even handcuffed, from prison to mile 2.
From prison to mile 2 or from prison to NIA?
From prison to NIA, sorry.
When you arrived at the panel, were you still in handcuffs?
Yes, all right through the interrogation, I was in handcuff.
We have had Mr. Tamba here, General Tamba. He testified that all those people who were brought before the panel were not in handcuffs. The handcuffs were removed.
Mr. Tamba Bulujanko, a cow more men at the panel on Yati Limalaje, all more maybe not Laje, Blow Bukatra City, well, be blow with a handcuff, a handcuff of the blow barrel.
He lied.
I Fanialf.
It's not true.
Toyante.
I was handcuffed.
He told the commission that he never had this conversation with you, this conversation that you seem to have remembered so vividly.
Ako atananing mangin kuoning kacha doto kume yalang ko iko hakilo ya mutabaki alfa.
He is not telling the truth. And I will give you a further evidence on that. Can I proceed?
Yes, go ahead.
During my court martial.
Go ahead.
Okay. When it was my time to enter the box, normally we are escorted from mile 2 to Union Barracks every day by the Provost Marshal Timothy Sanyang.
Timothy Sanyang Provost.
Then on this day, when I was to enter the box, when we arrived at Yundum, normally we are taken to an office. Our breakfast before the commencement of the court. So during that time, a call came from headquarters. It was Bobaji. He called Timothy Sanyang. That was our escorting officer. And he said he want to talk to me. Everyone was surprised because somebody going to court. And why are you calling that guy? So Timothy came and told me, Oga, you have a call.
Mutinata ko oga mole command telephone.
I asked him who.
Nani ka juma.
He said it's Bobaji.
Ko nyam Bobaji.
I went to receive the call.
Data purka command nyinta telephone.
What did he call?
Excuse me?
On what did he call? Was it a mobile phone?
No. It was a landline.
I command boom call telephone like a from a landline.
Then I received the call. He said to me,
I know for you.
Langtombo said that there is no need for me to enter the box, and that he is doing everything possible to make sure I'm free. I tell him, okay, if that's the case, then fine. I went in.
Okay, we would come back to that. You said that is further proof of the fact that you had informed Lantombong about this on the day of the planned coup.
Ko nyumfana mko doli sedaro doli member itandila ko if inale Lantombong kala mutandila jumi kudeta nyinna kuwala.
So let's go back to the issue of your presence at the NIA. While at the NIA, were there any people with guns in that hall?
For more taranta jele dum bam men yaron ko ni jorangol le mem kidolti o bumañum kono je albe damento panelo be damento.
Of course. Yeah, soldiers with guns.
So there will be a kilo.
Ms. General Tamba said they were asked to leave their guns outside.
General Tamba said and Rodi Janko ako womo ye kaninda puri ye la kilo bula banda.
Is that true?
Omutonya altiba.
Council, I listened to General Tamba's testimony.
Council, General Tamba la said
he was not speaking the truth. There were armed soldiers inside that hall.
Was the environment, the interview environment, comforting or was it threatening?
For dinkirani nyinin karo ni jabro be kerin min danando fo awudin kirani obu ni kono je fo abe aba fam buñim be detol kono bang mo abe detol kono je ba fo be famari be fambuli je ba.
Of course, it was threatening.
Tonya je asilandirinya warta.
People that you used to work with together. For example, Lantombong.
We
used to have lunch at the headquarters. That day, Lantombong, seemed as if he has never known me in life. Not even to say, "Ba, how are you?" So, it was not a friendly environment at all.
And you were asked what you knew about the coup.
Yes.
And how did you respond?
I told them, what exactly transpired between me and Nurcham. And I was asked to make a statement.
Did you tell them what transpired between you and Lantombo, what you claim to have transpired between you and Lantombo, and also what transpired between you and Babu Karjata?
For ya friend bang kuma kama men tabede itani kome ya kaninyame men tabede itani Lantombo tema aning kuma kama men fana tabede itani Babu Karjata tema for en ba.
No, I did not tell them at the panel.
And more for panel today.
Why?
Lang himself was sitting right on my right. I could not have uttered such was, at that time.
Ado lamfo be siri mbiba karola je mbetelendi nyola. Nto kuma kamfaso mfono la je.
Why?
Mune wasa wita fono la.
That was that was not just safe for me, at that time.
Otombo dal amunta amankan fe ku koyti. Maman koyin fe pour ka ko mon faje.
What do you mean by it was not safe for you?
Mune sabu ko man koy pour ka kuma kan siva fono.
The council, I could not understand, a whole CDS coming to sit at that panel with the IG, So it was like, I was trying to save myself.
Council mun faham munanna CDS muno woni IG police la nyaton ko bina sila o panel to je. Ndi ba man kata kandro ngam ne wala ndum fan tankandi la nyami.
Save yourself from what?
Kefan tankande mungula.
So, one, to save myself from torture.
Follow kan fan tankandi pour kanam tajireya.
To, save myself from, to even save my life.
But your life was not at risk.
Of course it was.
Why do you say it was?
Because, I saw some of my colleagues, who went before me to the NIA, and came back to mile 2. We were, severely tortured.
Did they tell you where they were tortured?
Yes.
Where?
NIA.
Did they say, did you ask them whether members of the panel knew that they were being tortured?
O panel o molu alfo membe ko nyingiziga folia kala mtalo ko yetol tajire yala mbade